this is Byzantine on board, full of energy, and yeah, because you know why? It's the first impression Sunday. How about we make like a first impression Sundays? Like we've got many weeks ahead of us sitting at home. And first of all, I wanted to say that have you noticed that the sound quality recently in my videos is crap? And why didn't anybody tell me that? Why? I am asking why because I don't know why it happened. Maybe there's something with my speaker. Fortunately not. But yeah, it's time for another first impressions. I went to the mass, and you're asking yourself, how did I possibly go to the mass? Well, it's an online mass, online transmission, live transmission from Poland. Many churches have it like this, and you wonder, oh, you go to the mass? Yeah, I do, and there's nothing to hide from me like this because whenever I can, I go every Sunday physically when the churches were opened in here and I wasn't working. But the religion is a long topic, so maybe let's leave it for another video. But under the last first impressions video that I am going to link somewhere in here because this option suddenly unlocked. I asked you what first impressions you would like me to do next time, and you voted for Burberry, my Burberry. And you know, let me tell you something before I apply it and go around my day, because I'm going to make like the check-ins for you like every few hours, and I guess up to 5-6 hours, because as I told you before, I am not expecting fragrance to develop more after 5-6 hours on my skin, because my skin tames even the best fragrances. So let me tell you something. I took this flacon that I'm going to show you the presentation of in a second on the screen. I took this flacon from my housemaid because I thought I'm gonna probably wake up earlier than she will. And you know, I smelled the cork like this, and as you know, I smelled this scent before, I'm not gonna hide, but it reminds me strongly about another scent, which is, did you guess? It's from Chanel, and it's Chance, oh, this hair, and it's Chanel Chance au Vivre. Like, when you smell them like this, they have something really in common. You know, I'm not sure what's the leading note in this. I'm gonna check out on Fragrantica. This one has a grapefruit note, and as far as I know, that Burberry is quite famous for their peach, but here it could be like pineapple or something very zingy, zesty, citrusy fruit, and pineapple is very citrusy. Like, I don't know if it ever happened to you. Pineapple is actually my favorite fruit, I think. But it burned my lips because it has so much of vitamin C. And I don't know if it's that, but let me start with the presentation. As you can see, it's a very, very, very nice bottle, very heavy, very sturdy, very good quality, very minimalistic, that I really, really appreciate, to be honest with you. And this bottle has many symbols connected to the brand, because of course Burberry is not only famous for their pattern, but also for their trench coats. And there are many symbols from the trench coats. The ribbon that is tied on the neck of the flacon is made out of the gabardine, and as far as I know, it's a like in-house invention. It's a fabric that is woven the way that it's waterproof, it's water resistant, and here in the back you have the the writing woven in England, and the cork, how do you call it? Oh my god, the stopper. Yeah, I always forgot the word. You know, you have the writing Burberry in the bottom, and the color itself supposed to, and the stopper itself supposed to resemble the Burberry buttons that are, how do you call them? Like the, of course it's a resin, but are they like the resin or more? This is called turtle shell color. I don't know if it's the proper name for this one, and but it's like a turtle shell, like the turtle shell combs, and the flacon is very sturdy, very nice. Okay, we have a presentation out of the way, so let me spray the fragrance on my hand, higher than on my wrist, and two sprays as before with Narciso Rodriguez. And initial spray reminds me of hair dye from L'Oreal, and actually not about the hair dye, or probably a little bit about the casting creme gloss hair dye. It has a very specific scent. It doesn't smell like ammonium, and probably it reminds me even more about the hair conditioner that is given to this scent. And you know, the thing that reminds me about the Chanel and the Burberry in this initial sprays and the first stages, you know, Chanel is very famous for their makeup-y, cosmetic-y vibe, and I think this scent has this vibe as well at the very beginning. But let me go with the day, and let me do a check-in next time after a few hours and let you know what I think, how it develops, if I can still smell it, if there's a huge ciliage, we'll see. Okay guys, I am like 3 hours in with the scent. I'm lying on my bed and it looks so sunny. I am tanning all the time and I am listening to Kylie Minogue. And I don't know if you like Kylie Minogue, but I think that she is very underrated, but she was and she is very popular, but very underrated. And you know, this song came to my mind, which is called Slow, and I watched the video again. I remember this video, and you know, this is a masterpiece. Like the composition of the video, amazing. So I am having a nostalgic moment with Kylie Minogue. I'm listening to Kylie Minogue. Do you guys like Kylie Minogue? So, and what about the scent? I get it in a little whiffs of wind, but it's not very loud. I really get this Chanel-esque synthetic note. It's a little bit different, but very Chanel-esque. Chanel-esque meaning like Chanel. I will fill you in a couple more hours, so see you back then. Stay tuned. Guys, the sun is setting. It's time to close the video. I had my Burberry, that is star of the video, for a little bit over 5 hours on my hand. Right now it's in a very close skin stage, and I wouldn't say that it changed much. Maybe a little bit this synthetic note faded away, but you know, I think it's still the same scent that you get at the very beginning, which I told you is very makeup-y, sterile, like very Chanel-esque. Very, I would say that I even checked the notes, and some of the notes on Fragrantica are similar to Chance line, but it's like a mix of the notes from Chance au Tendre and Chance au Vif, because of course there's an array of citruses including grapefruit, there's quince as in the Chance au Tendre, there's freesia. I think that in Chance au Tendre there's also a freesia, for sure there's hyacinth, I'm not sure. So it's like a floral, clean, musky. Oh, and there's a patchouli, and patchouli sometimes gets a little bit plasticky. You cannot check out, I guess, Yves Rocher's How was it called? Oh my god, I forgot what was the name of the scent. Elixir, So Elixir line, very similar patchouli to the So Elixir, that gets this synthetic plasticky note in it, but it also gives very Chanel-esque vibe. Okay, but I have to be honest with you that, where is it here, that every day I am so obsessed and I can't stop using it. Even if I do the first impression, I will have to spray something else afterwards, because my vibe recently is Velvet Orchid. I love this scent. I really love this scent. I can even smell it through here. I love this scent. I'm gonna sew a little bit. It's a kind of hectic time. Maybe I'm gonna draw a little bit. I have to call back my godmother. She called me. She's in Poland. And I want to tell you the options that you have for the next first impressions, that you can vote for in the comments below, as you did before. So the options that you have left is Dolce and Gabbana pour Femme, but the new version. You have Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. I made a mistake before and I said Orchid Soleil, but Soleil Blanc, Gucci Bamboo, and I'm adding two more, which is Gucci Bloom, and there's also YSL Yves Saint Laurent Black Opium. So I give you all these options. Dolce and Gabbana pour Femme, you get Gucci Bamboo, you get Tom Ford Orchid, Soleil Blanc, yeah, look what I did. You get Gucci Bloom, and you get Yves Saint Laurent Black Orchid. See you next time. Stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed the video. I try to have more energy. I try to be a little bit louder. So kisses and see you next time.